Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is Good Old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Volunteers will boot it away to start the game. The field's about 53 yards wide. You got to kick it between those sidelines, or else you draw the flag. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, the ball's out! How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
This running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Hansen. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And the ball is picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Now on the move. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll try the run. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Vols look to keep this drive humming. Running back searching for a hole. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Going to the running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. They're working that left side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Quick touch pass to the receiver. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally, handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The Vols trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, we're tied 0-0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Motion from the offense. Quarterback keeper. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. The give to the back. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now on the option. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He wants to pass it on second down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens.
He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Florida State is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we saw Chief Osceola and Renegade. They're up 14 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First down for this offense. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing our team's great offenses.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give to the back. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the Vols trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown ball!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out in the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Coming after it. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
That last incompletion leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Unleashes one. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring them.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And they'll mark the spot on this one just outside the 40-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Based on this field position, Jesse, they need to get something on the board before the half.
And they've got to be aggressive too, Reese. They've got the weapons to attack and try to steal a field goal here.
You practice these situations all during the week. You know you got to be fast, take advantage of the clock. It's stopping, making sure you're throwing the football down the field to try to get some points.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Wide out in motion. The run from the shotgun. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
On the move. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. The ball pops out. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's... Defense gets the ball back for its own. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop it. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Hansen. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to listen. Can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Extending the play. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. no PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. This is the score. Tennessee 14, Penn State 6.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback keeps it. Tackle is made after the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team. If they're having this much success on the ground, it starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. A 3rd and long coming up here. Using his feet. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 13-yard line.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 28 over Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Hansen. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the stick. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man on the right. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yardage.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He'll pull it down and run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Trying to surge it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Now on 2nd down. The back goes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Crosses the 35. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Breaks a tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. They've got the screen set up. They're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The inside handoff. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene.